Hi everyone. So over the last few years really I've been having quite a few requests for makeup tutorials, mostly my Halloween looks, which is extremely flattering, but I've been hesitant to do it because, well, issues with cameras in general, but I generally have no idea what I'm doing when I'm doing my makeup. Same when I do my art really, I just kind of make it up as I go along and hope that the end result kind of turns out how I had planned it in my head. So whether it's slapping paint and mixed media down on a canvas or whether it's slapping things on my face, I generally just do it and hope for the best. But I thought I would give it a try tonight, so please bear with me and hopefully it'll turn out kind of like I'm thinking it's going to turn out. But I thought for a Halloween look, a really, really easy Halloween look, this is actually a great one, like if you know, are going out straight from work. This is obviously October when we're all back at work and hopefully living a slightly more normal routine. This is something you can put on over your existing makeup like I've done right now. And actually having that base already is a help. So I'm gonna try doing some of that. And if you're not already thinking about your Halloween makeup, I'm not sure we can be friends, but maybe you'll watch this in October and it'll be more relevant to you then. But anyway, okay, so makeup I've got on right now, my regular foundation, concealer, some eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, my eyebrows, usual stuff, some powder. Yes, I am this pale usually. This is my regular skin. The lights are shining on it, which make it look even paler. But for the look I'm going for, that's totally cool. So what I'm going to show you, bear with me, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I should tell you what I'm going to do. So what I'm thinking of doing is a kind of dead girl zombie look, which is definitely one of the easiest costumes you can do because you can just add the makeup to whatever it is you're already wearing, or if you want to go all out and have, you know, ripped clothes, bones sticking out, guts and gore, like that's awesome and impressive and epic. But if you don't have a lot of time and get invited to a party at the last minute, this is a great thing easily to throw together. So like I said, I already have my regular makeup on, but if you're starting from scratch, generally try and make yourself look as pale as you can, however you would normally do that. And from there, what I use, well, right now I've got these eyeshadows. These were kind of two samplers that I was given. They look very similar, but one's slightly more reddish than purple. It's another thing, I don't have like professional makeup. Most of the stuff that I have was basically on clearance in whatever store I was in, and I thought, hey, why not try it because it's on clearance, and then it's been in my makeup collection for however many years. And I'm gonna start with the darker, slightly purple eyeshadow. So if you're looking for like a deep mauve, purple, something like that, which you probably already have in your makeup collection. Hey, look, a brush. Another thing about me, I generally use whatever sponge applicator came with the eyeshadow. Since this one was a sampler, it didn't come with anything. Oh, look, it's even loose. Ta-da! So, this is actually called eggplant. Aubergine, for those in the know. Can't remember where I got it from. So brush, load it up, and this is one of those looks that it really doesn't matter how bad you look. In fact, the worse the better, so that's awesome. So like I said, I already had some eyeliner shadow smudged in there. Go in and just load up loads more color, starting with the deep purples if possible, and follow kind of like your natural eye socket there. Again, this is kind of how I do it. I don't really know what I'm doing, but okay. just pack it in there as much as possible. This has more glitter in than I was expecting. If I figure out what I'm doing, I will edit this video so that you don't have to watch all the boring parts. But no promises. And if this happens where the excess powder falls down, this is one of those costumes that doesn't make a difference on. Having said that, this is the kind of thing that happens in my regular makeup. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So just work with it. So pack the darker color as much as possible into your eye sockets. I tend to blend with my fingers. And then follow the, well, if you're me, follow the bags in the natural shadows under your eyes because I don't sleep well. So, like I said, I already did my regular makeup and concealed most of that. But if you have some natural shadows there, work with it. Totally okay. I'm going to need to message some of these professional makeup people to ask how they do these videos without doing those funny faces that you pull when you're putting your makeup on. So already just with this one eyeshadow, you can see that I'm going for a very deep, sunken kind of eye socket look, which you think might happen as you become more emaciated in the zombie apocalypse and food becomes scarce. And obviously it doesn't have to be perfect, like matching on each side. In fact, it seems unlikely that your face will rot in a symmetrical way. So the higher up you go up on your the what do you call it, the bridge, that part of your nose, this more sunken you'll look. I have quite a big nose to begin with, so I've got a lot to work with here, which helps. So that's the eggplant to start, which that by itself could work for some people depending on how bold a makeup look you want to do. I tend to drink when I do my makeup. Pre-gaming. Got into the habit of doing it when I was doing my makeup to go out. Now, of course, I rarely leave the house, not just because of quarantine, but just because I'm kind of a homebody these days. So I drink at home. Not judging, also not encouraging, but just telling you what I do. So this is the slightly redder of those two eyeshadow samples that I had, which again, I'm sure you have something similar somewhere in your makeup bag. And same thing, just layering over, packing the eyeshadow way into your sockets and over what's already there. But I tend to do the redder further out, all the way up to your brow bone, even eyebrow. And blow off the excess powder like that. We're almost 10 minutes into this already. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to figure out how to edit this. As I said in my last video on Instagram, I don't know how to do anything in a abbreviated way. So it's even more sunken in. And let me figure out what I'm doing next. Now, what was this one called? Moonlight Mauve. See, I got powder down here. Not a big deal. I'll make it work later. So hopefully by now you got pretty deep dark eye sockets. Looks as though you haven't slept in, well, however long you might not have slept in. I mean, for me, one night with lack of sleep kind of ends up like this. Oh, and then I have this, which is, this was actually from Hot Topic. Red glitter gloss and eyeshadow. Ooh, it's got skull on it. I'm using the same brush. I'll wash it after this, I promise. Again, pack the color on and start going further on the outside of the socket. It kind of looks more raw, bloody-ish. And obviously this is something you can totally work with. I'm blending it out. See, I'm making this up as I go along. Last time I did this, I definitely didn't do this. But, like I said, making it up as I go along, and feel free to do the same. The zombie look is not supposed to be perfect. So that's most of the eyeshadow done. Now I'm going to show you veininess. Now, if you have naturally translucent skin like me, you might just not put any foundation on and be able to see these, but I'm going to add some veins. This is just a dark bluey, navy, steel, apparently, eyeliner. And you can just draw some little squiggles over your wrinkles. Follow your wrinkles and get deeper squiggles. Kind of put them in different parts around your face. Again, you don't want to be symmetrical. So that's with the blue, and then I've got a red, oh, also from Hot Topic. This is a lip liner, still does the same job, and then kind of follow the same lines. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just kind of gives a look of veininess. You know, as though your body's not working quite right. Not getting all the vitamin D you need. Iron, whatever. So that, super easy. And this is obviously the rushed version. It might not feel like that. Here we are, 14 minutes in. But like I said, this is the kind of thing you can do if you're already at work and get invited to a party and need to do something, go out real quick. This is something that I did one time going out to a show in Vegas. Went to see the Zombie Burlesque show in Vegas and didn't think about it beforehand before I packed for the trip. But then when I was there, I was like, I really want to wear kind of like zombie makeup stuff. So I had, you know, all of these things just in my regular makeup bag, and you know, went to go out and go to the show, and then in the queue standing to go in, the actual producer of the show was walking around meeting and greeting people, and was super impressed with my makeup. So I took that as a huge compliment. Gotta say, I think it looked better than it does today. So I feel like this isn't dark enough. So I have some more eyeshadows here. These I believe I got from the dollar store. Must be really good for you. I don't recommend you buy all the kind of makeup that I do. I'm definitely not being endorsed by the dollar store, but I'm just telling you what I've got. So sponge applicator came with it. There's this like kind of dark navy-ish midnight blue color. And again, go really deep into the sockets all over your eyelid. Pack that color in. It's not going to be perfect. And again, that's all to the good. And I blend with my finger usually. I got powder in my eye. The downsides of being slapdash in your makeup. You're lucky you didn't see me doing my mascara earlier. So that's, I need to work on this red. That's the basics. I feel like I need, I don't know. What I want to do right now is build up even more sunken eye sockets with what I've done in the past is used ripped up toilet paper or cotton buds and stuck them down with spirit gum that you get from any Halloween store, and then colored over the top of that with eyeshadow. But that is probably something you don't have in your regular makeup bag. So I'm going to leave it at this for now. Apart from, this is like this glittery lip glossy thing. And I'm basically going to use this as a sticky base. Just to make my lips look a little blue and dark, because again, you know, not the healthiest of beings, and again, don't want it to be perfect because, yeah, decay, death. There you go.